Well, Bennett Kessler filed this report. Every year, truancy costs California schools $1.4 billion and can lead to school dropouts, according to the Attorney General's office. Now, 3 or more unexcused absences amount to truancy in terms of the law. A recent report by the Attorney General shows Inyo County has the second lowest truancy rate in the state at 5.1%. Mono County is listed at 26.7%. Local Mono officials believe that number is too high. Inyo's Superintendent of Schools, Terry McAteer, said that Inyo's low rate comes as a result of some hard work. Inyo has a policy in place that involves the courts, probation, and the district attorney. McAteer explained that if a student shows, quote, an excessive pattern of tardies, absences, or cuts, the school meets with the student and their parents to resolve the issues, end quote. Now, school attendance is legally required and truancy violates California law. If elementary students violate their contract, their parents are fined up to $400 per violation. Now, according to Superintendent McAteer, if a high school student violates an attendance contract, the Student Attendance Review Board, quote, petitions the court to suspend or withhold the student's driver's license for a year, end quote. If there is continued violation, the license may be withheld up to age 22, and this according to state law. Now, Superintendent McAteer said with this system in effect over the past 5 school years, Inyo has seen schools be more proactive with truancy, and the problem has dwindled. McAteer said over 85% of the cases the board hears, which is about 40 per year, abide by the board ruling, and tardiness and absences go away. Now, according to the Attorney General's report on truancy, Mono County has a 26.7 truancy rate. Now, officials are at work to correct problems. According to Mono District Attorney Tim Kendall, the Student Attendance Review Board meets every month to discuss or to address truancy or behavioral problems at school. D.A. Kendall said officials from Eastern Sierra Unified School District, Mammoth School District, Public Health, Behavioral Health, Social Services, Probation, Sheriff, Police Department, and DA are involved with the review board. He said the DA plays an integral part because family and/or students may face charges under the Education Code. Now, DA Kendall and the coordinator of the Mono Review Board, Eastern Sierra Unified School District Superintendent Dr. Don Clark, both said the Attorney General's truancy figures for Mono County seemed too high for the real situation. Kendall said the county takes truancy very seriously and, quote, are pretty much on top of it, end quote. Now, there is more on this story and plenty of comments on our website, sierrawave.net. Well, it started 3 years ago, and yesterday, on Tuesday, Inyo officials announced the completion of what they call the Independence Campus Solar Project. Bennett Kessler filed this report. Deputy Public Works Director Jim Tatum said the solar arrays will save the county $414,000 in electrical costs in the first year of operation. A big supporter of the solar arrays, County Administrator Kevin Caruncio called it, quote, a fantastic day for the county, end quote. Tatum of Public Works said it was a 3-way project with Inyo County, Solar City, and consultant Terra Verde. Now, the solar sites are located as large shaded parking areas at the county annex and the county jail. Arrays were also constructed on the ground at the juvenile hall. All 3 projects generate a total of 429 kilowatts. Now, Tatum said Inyo County will get a projected rebate from the Department of Water and Power of nearly $1.37 million. The county also got a loan of $992,000 from the California Energy Commission. Now, those 2 amounts cover the cost of the project at just over $2 million. The first loan payment is due December 2014. Meanwhile, Inyo County saves a projected $414,000 in the first year, and over the 25-year life of the project, the county's savings is estimated at $2.4 million. Now, the information generated by the project will also give Inyo County ways to conserve power. Supervisor Mark Tillemans said students at Big Pine schools are looking at the Solar City website and coming up with ideas on how to save energy. Jim Tatum thanked numerous officials and workers on the team for this project. Administrator Caruncio said the balance of the project was on the back of Public Works employee Paul Hancock, who is now retired. Paul Hancock attended the meeting and called it, quote, an incredible team effort, end quote. He said for Public Works, the project entered the realm of herding cats. Thanks to department heads, he said, it is a very satisfying and rewarding project and pretty cool, end quote. And another solar story from Bennett Kessler. Inyo County planning staff wrote strong comments of concern about the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power's proposed mega solar project south of Independence. Tuesday, the Inyo supervisors were supportive of the concerns. The supervisors made some changes and voted unanimously to send a letter and the planning staff comments to DWP during the comment period, which currently ends November 2nd. Now, the staff said there has been no meaningful public scoping of the current site and no reclamation plan to clean up the site when the project ends. The staff listed visual impacts on view sheds from the valley floor and from the mountains as a problem. Concerns also include 2 new wells DWP wants to drill without considering the long-term water agreement. Now, the project also fails to comply with the county general plan, and there are unanswered housing impacts. Now, citizens stood up to object to the project also. Daniel Pritchett of Bishop said no amount of trees planted around the 1 million solar panels would mitigate the visual impact from the Inyo Mountains. John Helmer, Tribal Preservation Officer of Big Pine and Independence Tribes, asked for a 1-month extension on the comment period and urged no signing of any agreement with DWP until after all comments are in. He also pointed out that with the government shutdown, federal agencies locally have not been able to comment. Others talked about problems with archaeological resources and impacts on towns. Now, again, you can read more on this story on our website, sierrawave.net. We'll be back with weather and sports.